friends, this is Star Thrifter, and I have a thrift haul to share with you today. Before we get to that, I will highlight one sale that I wanted to make mention. I've mentioned lately on the thrift haul videos, I've been doing pretty decent with 2XL women's size things, and even some things that aren't spectacular brands. This sold. It's a Croft and Barrel, Booz Argyle, 2XL, and it's only been listed maybe a week or two, and it sold for, I think it was $15 on eBay. And I just wanted to make mention that because sometimes you can pick up some things if they're in the larger sizes and they're just a very, average brand. They're not like a high sell-through rate brand. But we'll get right into it. I don't know. This stuff I think might have been from my thrifting last week, and or it could be a combination of a couple, or maybe some this week. This is a Catherine's, and it used to be that Catherine's used to do kind of decent in the plus size stuff, but I've been finding lately that it doesn't do that great anymore. But I did like this piece. It's a 3X, and it's a popover. It's a very pretty popover shirt. It's got tie sleeve, and that's Catherine's. There's probably going to be a lot of plus size clothing because when I've been thrifting and picking up stuff for like the dollar or the $2, well, not as much on the $2 one, but especially when I thrift for the stuff for $1, I've been looking a lot at the men's and the plus size clothing, because the smaller size clothing has been pretty much picked over. There hasn't been a lot. I did look through some of it today, but only found a few pieces of like the smaller sizes. This is a Lauren Ralph Lauren 2X, and this could be a decent brand to sell plus size clothing. And some of the other clothing too, if it's smaller, but this is just like a boat neck. It's just a little pullover, kind of short sleeve. It's nothing real spectacular, won't sell for a ton. And I wanted to make mention on that sale that I mentioned of the Croft and Barrel, shipping is separate. They had to pay shipping separate. And on that, I don't know how much I had it on there, probably $7.98 or $8.98. And that would be separate from the $14-15 that I got for it. This is Karen Scott, and it's a 2X. I pick up carnigans in plus size women's, even if they're not a great brand, because this isn't a brand, that's spectacular by no means. But carnigans, this is open front. It's very nice, and they don't sell super fast or for a lot of money, but usually a lot of times I get like $15-20 for them. Alex, this is a 2X. This is another not spectacular brand, but I really like this blouse. It's got like this crochet. It's very much like a dolman or bat wing sleeve, but it's lined. It has like a tank top under it. Very pretty white. I don't know, casual, maybe feminine, or kind of modern. I don't know about whimsical with this. That, you have to think some keywords to use for that. This is a nice piece, even though it's chaps, and I don't pick up hardly any chaps unless it's plus size or men's plus size generally, or the non-iron shirts they sell. This is a 3X. The reason I really like this piece is because it's the heavy cable knit, and that is popular. It's very, classic. I've been using the keyword fisherman sweater for a lot of these. Now, this almost is a shawl collar, almost. It's just because it's folded over. I may be able to use shawl collar, and that is another thing that people look for. That and the roll collars are the two sweaters that have been popular lately. Here's another Catherine's. This is a 3X, and you know what? Some of this might have been from today's thrift haul. I don't know, because I remember I picked up two Catherine's today. This is very pretty. It's just like the other one style-wise. It's got the, the tie, sleeve, and it's just like a pop-over hat. Well, no, this is a full button-down shirt. The other one might be too. Now we're on to a bunch of pants. And these are a pair. They're really nice shape, actually. They're a 505 Levi 4032. And they're this like buckskin color. They're very nice shape, actually. I mean, really nice shape. And I got two pair. I don't know if they're exactly the same size. I've been picking up Levi's lately. Some Levi's can sell for quite a little bit of money. especially if you get some of the vintage with like the orange tag and things like that. This, nope, this is a different style. I think this is a 514 and this is a 4032. Now that's a little bit big on the waist size. They're not going to be quite as popular like a 34, 36, 38 would be. But maybe there won't be as much competition too. I don't know. This, another pair of Levi's, and these are a 505, and it's kind of wore off, but it'll be repeated. If you find one of the labels where, you know, the sizes wore off for the men's, then if you go to where the material tag is, and hopefully they didn't cut it out, and it looks like they did. Oh my gosh. Generally, underneath, you know, if you move the material tag on the very bottom, it repeats the size again. Well, that is a bummer. I don't know if I can make out what size. I think they're 4032. I think the same person might have donated these. You can read the 505 though. And another pair of Levi's, and these are 4032 505. These are a gray. And these are just kind of average condition. And if things are faded, if they're only faded a little bit, sometimes I'll just put average wash, wear, fade. But if they're faded a lot, then I'll, you know, make note of that more. These are Buffalo by David Bitton. I don't know how great these are going to do. But these are a 32. But I picked them up because I got these for $2. All of these pants I got for $2. At the one store I go to on Tuesdays, they have all of their clothing goes to $2 with the exception of their gold tags, and sometimes they'll exclude like their jackets and things like that, but they haven't lately. But I haven't really found too many. There hasn't been very many jackets. I haven't found too many. Another pair of Levi's 514. These are 34. Now I think this should be a really excellent popular size, and these are actually pretty nice condition. Nice pair of jeans. You know, I always say a lot of time that I really don't like to list jeans that much because it just seems like I can do it faster with the women's tops and stuff. But once I get going and get, you know, the rhythm going and listing the pants, it goes pretty fast. There's just more measurements because I do take measurements. I used to just write the measurements in the description, but then I found on the phone app, sometimes it's hard to see the description area and people wouldn't know to go there to look. Now I photograph with a metal yardstick on the clothing. That way they can see it. Now, you would think that that would prevent a lot of returns for not fit, right? I still get a lot of returns for not fit. And, you know, I guess they just put it on and maybe it just doesn't fit them how they want it to or whatever. But it probably does decrease a lot of, maybe I would have a lot more returns. And some people, I think, I've heard before, you know, in some of the Facebook groups that if they're shopping and there's no measurements, they'll just go to another listing, you know. It is important to have measurements. This is a 34, 502, and I haven't heard of that cut very often. Now, I know that right now, like the baggy jeans have been popular. And, you know, if you come, and Levi's does make some baggy. I didn't realize I got that many pair of Levi's. Another 34, 514. Wow. It's a whole bunch of them. And this is very pretty. JM Studio. This could be vintage. It's a size 9. Oh, that's how come I picked it up. I'm going to try to list this as a vintage 90s. This is a dress, and it's very pretty. Very whimsical, fairy. It's satin, but it buttons, the rear buttons, and it ties on the rear. And, you know, the brand is not anything spectacular. But some of these, especially if you find the ones that tie in the back, they kind of lace up and tie. And if they're midi or maxis of the Y2K 90s, a lot of times they were like floral, dark floral and stuff, or maybe light floral too. They would have light floral too. Anyhow, those have been, you know, selling. I did list one that had no, either had no size tag or no brand tag on it, and I listed it as vintage. There's been some interest on it. I don't know how this will do. Cuddle Duds. This is a 1X. Generally, this is not a spectacular brand. This is like brand new, and it's plus size. I mean, this is really nice. This would actually be like a new without tags. I was just looking. Oh, it has a tie. Just to make sure that it wasn't still brand new with tags. You know, sometimes the tags will be either inside or under the arm, but this is like brand new. It's got this cute, it's kind of like a very, very soft sweatshirt material, and it's floral. Anyhow, that completes the thrift haul today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you'd like, you can subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it if you did. And if you could push the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate that too. Many prosperous sales to you. Have a great day. Thank you.